He researches NSYNC for 3 minutes and sees that and then is like, okay, I know enough, now I'm done. Hi, I wanted to just come on here partly because I've just seen, that's my cat, hi boo boo. I've just seen like questions that, okay, that Dolly butt, that, you know, people just don't know. I get it. So I wanted to just speak on some of these things.
And how you approach making a song together in 2023 versus 25 years ago.
Here's the interesting thing about this. If you saw this.
So many stars aligned that's why I hit you. I was like, hey, something came up. If we do this song, it's a love letter to our fans. I would be honored to have the group on this song. Who's ready for a reunion? I don't mind if the world spins faster. One more time.
So what you might have noticed from that is Justin is basically showing himself commanding the whole thing. I have some issues with personally. He's not phrasing it like, oh, I'd be honored to make this song an NSYNC song. This isn't how they would go about it. They had a vocal coach who's really significant to the band, and she'll come up again later actually in Hot Ones, but they would work with her and they would write songs, they would work with the live band. Here, I can show you something else interesting.
Cool. Well, this next song that we're gonna do, I actually wrote it with our musical director Kevin here while we were on tour. I know I went on his tour bus one day and he had a piano all set up and he was playing a groove that was something like that. And I already look up to all the old school singers like Marvin Gaye and Al Green and of course Stevie. So I just wanted to bring an old school vibe to the harmonies that we already produce. And we wrote the track and it came out something like this. This is called I'll Be Good For You.
They would work with their live band on stuff. They would work with other songwriters, and then they would work with their vocal coach to arrange the harmonies, which is how they would sound so good. And you see that a lot in this Christmas special. I recommend it. Whereas for Better Place, he already like had it all figured out, and you see him, he's like composing the live band. That wasn't, I feel like it used to be more collaborative when NSYNC was writing and producing their songs, whereas this is at least the way Justin Timberlake shot the making of Better Place. He made it very intentionally clear that he's the one like doing everything. You know what I'm saying? That he's overseeing them in the studio. And what else is weird is like, there's, there was so much auto-tune in this, whereas before they could just like break out into song when they were trying to figure out music together. When Chris put the group together, he was talking about how like before they found their vocal coach, it was mainly just him trying to figure out who should do what part. But Robin Wiley was their vocal coach, passed away from, I believe, cancer. They were all at her funeral. It was before they got the star ceremony. It's really sad. And JC has always said that without her, NSYNC wouldn't exist. And I personally, if you want my personal opinion, think that part of the reason he's a holdout, he feels like they need her. And what made NSYNC special was their harmonization. And she was really critical to working that all out and making their harmonies complex in the ways that, you know, make their music so special.
NSYNC sound like if they time traveled to 2023.
Yeah. I think the trick was to try to capture both. You know,
they're all kind of like, look at their faces. They're all kind of like, what's he gonna say about this? Because the way he constructed this song is entirely different than how they did it in the past. They're all kind of onto him.
I would be honored to have the group on this song.
If you want 25 years of history as to why there's good reason to believe Justin Timberlake has a giant ass ego, then we can get into that. But point being, just have trust in this exact moment that I know what I'm talking about when I say he does.
Sonic mechanics that go into
Bands that were put together.
Here, what they're talking about is how they were not put together. The Backstreet Boys were already started by Lou Pearlman, and they were having a lot of success in Europe. Like Lou Pearlman, the girls over here in Europe are going crazy for it. Like, we'll take anything else you got. Well, Lou Pearlman finds Chris Kirkpatrick. I was like, Chris Kirkpatrick, if you put a group together yourself and you do all the work and you find everybody and you like audition them yourself, then I can help you guys get to Europe and make it happen. They wanted to put together a 5-part harmony because you have to realize too is like NSYNC was a vocal group put together by singers. They weren't a boy band manufactured or casted by a business looking to make a profit. It was important to them to have all the different components needed for a true 5-part harmony. Even though they were intending on being an a cappella group, it evolved from just singing to also singing and dancing. Because this was so long ago, a demo tape was a cassette tape without image. There was no video, but what NSYNC wanted to do to help set them apart was put together a video cassette tape, still cassette tape, but a video for VCR where they were gonna dance.
5 amazing vocalists. I mean, not to say we're not, but I just did.
I bet they like cut out stuff there because you know like there's more talking happening than makes it into this. I bet like JC mentions the vocal coach even. I would not be surprised because he always brings her up because she was really important.
And then like a ballad. I mean, I thought she knew like the ballad.
I thought she knew how.
I thought she knew. So I thought she knew.
If I could add Drive Myself Crazy to that.
He researched NSYNC for like 3 minutes because that was the song that they would always use to showcase their harmonies. So he probably, Sean, while preparing for this, even though he should have prepared a little bit more, probably was like, oh, I should ask them how they come up with their vocal arrangement because I know like that's different than how other groups do that, even though you and I know we all already knew that and it wasn't that great of a question, kind of. The song they would always use to showcase that was I Drive Myself Crazy.
I usually do the parts in the middle, the lead parts, so it would go probably something like this. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy. And then I come in with the second harmony, which runs like this. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy. And then I'd add like the top harmony to that, so we get the 3-part harmony. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy. And then I add the 4th part. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy. Then you add the bass, and that creates the 5-part harmony. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy. Drive myself crazy. Wanting you the way that I do.
So he researches NSYNC for 3 minutes and sees that and then is like, okay, I know enough, now I'm done. And to them, they're thinking that it's really I Thought She Knew because that was the first song they learned together. They didn't release it until No Strings Attached, but they actually had already been singing that song live and practicing that song together since the very first day. So I know that, and you know that. Sean doesn't know that.
Last and certainly not least is Mr. Joey Fatone. Thank you.
But right now we're going to do a little a cappella number that was an original arranged by a lady named Robin Wiley.
Dude, remember I mentioned her at the very beginning and how she's the asterisk in NSYNC? How I think she's the reason JC's a holdout because she's unfortunately passed away and she's like very, if it wasn't for her they wouldn't exist pretty much.
It's called I Thought She Knew. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She was my once in a lifetime happy ending come true. Oh, I guess I should have told her, but I thought she knew. She said I took her for granted. What's the last thing I would do? Oh, I'll never understand it, 'cause I thought she knew. I thought she knew my world around her, my love like burned for her alone, but she couldn't see the thing, only my blame. I should have known words and unspoken. Now that's when will I sell my soul? might burn for her alone, but she couldn't see the flame. Only myself to blame.
Okay, this is so crazy because they arranged this a little bit differently than they did on the album and how they performed it later on. I also feel like this was close to when they were just starting out, so that's why they don't sound as tight as they will here.
Now, we want to sing a song for you guys, but this is not just any song. This is a song that's very special to all 5 of us. Because it's the first song that we ever sang together. We dedicate this one to Robin. Check it out.
Do you hear that? They dedicated to Robin.
I guess I should have told her. I thought she knew.
Wait, something else you should know is for Live in Madison Square Garden, Lance's mic was like aggressively turned up for some reason. It was so funny. So maybe this isn't even like the most representative showcase of it, but whatever, it's what we have. And if it sounds bad, it's because this is like through shitty computer speakers into a shitty microphone, and you should just really watch this or listen to the song yourself.
But you couldn't see the flame. Only myself to prove it true. I thought she knew.
Yeah. So now you understand why they didn't say I Drive Myself Crazy, because this is the song.
Now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera, or this camera, or this camera.
Oh my god, I saw a comment on here earlier that was like Swifties. I need you to figure out what they mean by Better Place. The whole reason they're even doing this is because they're coming out with a song called Better Place, and the whole reason they're doing this is because they can't speak about it because of the strike in Hollywood, because that song happens to be for a movie. Okay, but anyways, Better Place is the name of the song. There's 40 seconds available of it to listen to already on Spotify or wherever, and it comes out officially on the 29th.
But we're all gonna be in a better place.
Very.
Oh, Joey!
I don't even want to go after that. That's
Joey's
it. I'm
so
done
messed
with
up, he doesn't even know what he did.
What did I say? Nothing. That's it. That's it.
This is not gonna happen. So here, if you want my personal like crazy theories, I think Justin did want to like pipeline them into being on his solo album, and they put their foot down and said no, because like if we go back and watch this whole thing, what I was trying to do is like if we actually like look at all of their genuine facial expressions, and if we're being honest with ourselves, does Joey look happy? He looks like he's a little bit, I don't know, man. You see how happy Joey looks in all the things you've ever seen him do. I've never seen him look so, I don't even know what word to use here, like hesitant. To me, it looks like he wants to say something, but is like having an internal struggle with it. And like, that's sincerely how it looks. And if you think I'm crazy, go watch his face and everything else he's ever done. He's never looked like this to me before, ever. Lance knows he's got a camera on him. So did you see that jump cut right there too? Pay attention to those things, dude. He looks like he's pretending to be amused. Dude, look at the tension in his mouth right here too. Do you see that? Do you see that little head shake no right there, dude? I'm not even like, I didn't even notice that before until this exact moment, but like that literally really did happen. His eyes bug out, like he has concerns and he's like making a face to, I assume, Joey. If we watch it back in normal speed, you'll see it's not even like me trying to invent movements here. Just watch. Did you see it? I see those micro expressions. I see his eyes bug out. I got such bad vibes. I wasn't consciously aware. It was like his mouth getting tense right there and his eyes bugging out, but I could feel it. But when you slow it down, you can see it. See exactly like what the expression was that like leaves you with that impression if you're paying too much attention. So he's like going along with it, but he's like, okay. Justin looks very self-satisfied, unsurprisingly. JC kind of looks like how he usually looks. Those are some interesting head bops, though. Chris looks genuinely happy and excited, which... Look at Joey's face. Dude, look at Joey's face. Don't try to tell me, oh, they're just tired. No, dude. Do you want to see them just tired? Because we can do that. They have done interviews where they are tired and miserable. So if you want to pretend like, oh, he's just tired from working for the first time with these guys in a while. No, like he looks like there's more to it than that. Like, is it a positive grimace he made? Like a pleasant surprise, or is it a like face? Look at his dude. Look at Joey. Whoever edited this is like trying to blur out the background so hardcore. That's feel the depth. JC wears pink glasses. Lance is shaking his head no. Like every little micro move. And this is the best footage Justin had to put together for this, okay? Is, dude, so bad. This is him saying, oh, that's our first finished song in 23 years. And his voice cracks. Never have heard his voice crack before.
3 years?
And he blinks a couple times even.
Song finished in 23 years?
Listen, man, I love you guys. That shit is epic, man.
It's like nervous laughter.
I gotta go pee, but I love you.
This is the best footage Justin had to make himself look like he was creating this song that he just happened to invite them to sing on. They're pissed. Don't expect them to announce a tour anytime soon. They were on to Justin's plotting. They don't want NSYNC to be reduced to Justin and NSYNC. No, they're NSYNC standalone. They are separate entities.
But obviously things are coming in fortuitous things. Hopefully if the fans want it that much, yell at the record company, yell at Sony, yell at RCA, yell at them to see that they get an NSYNC album, because obviously Justin's going to be coming out with his album, so he's going to be probably doing a tour. So
here's why that's significant. Joey knows what he's doing. He is making it very explicit. Justin and his album and Justin and his tour are not the same as NSYNC and an NSYNC album and NSYNC and an NSYNC tour. And he's telling fans to go talk to the record companies. If you want my personal opinion on things, I think it's because perhaps the record label thinks like, oh, well, NSYNC fans will be happy enough if the other guys just like join Justin on tour. So it's fine. And then it's a win-win for us because that way we, get what we want out of Justin. Well, Joey is saying, no, we're not going to be down with that. And you should tell the record companies like that Justin is not the same to you as NSYNC, that the NSYNC fans want NSYNC, okay? The NSYNC fans don't want Justin. The NSYNC fans don't want Justin with special guest NSYNC. No, we want NSYNC. They are the biggest band in the world. There's no reason they should be reduced to unequal with Timberlake, okay? Love this that he is trying to make that clear. I forgot what my point is again. Oh yeah, so because it has been established that Justin has a tour scheduled, so don't expect them to announce a tour. I think he's trying to tell you and me and everyone that the record company thinks they can pull a fast one over on everyone just like they did before, because what happened before, and if you know anything, you know this, Justin got successful because he had the record company's backing. I think they went with Justin because he was going to allow Jive used as a puppet. That's why they're going to keep pushing Justin Timberlake when NSYNC's whole thing back in 2000 was not being puppets. NSYNC is no, we're real artists, man. We're not just part of the machine. We're not going to just roll with that. Okay, so don't expect a tour. Well, hope for a tour and do your part to get a tour. but no, they're not going to announce it anytime soon. There's not one planned. Joey has like taken jabs at Backstreet Boys, saying the reason why NSYNC hasn't gotten back together is because we don't need the money. They would be doing it just for their fans, and that's why Justin Timberlake over here saying it's a love letter to our fans is the most manipulative piece of shit statement ever. He knows, and that's why Lance and Joey are like making faces at each other. He knows that he can weaponize the fans to manipulate the guys into helping him promote this Trolls movie and to segue that into promoting his own solo album that's coming up, and then thus his tour. Dude, Justin Timberlake, his whole career has benefited from people who want NSYNC, but Justin's the closest thing they can get to NSYNC, so they're going to his concert. If all of those people who aren't Justin Timberlake fans, they're only NSYNC fans, would not go to his concerts and saved their money instead for when NSYNC does a concert and goes on tour, please do that, because then he'll have less negotiating power with NSYNC to make an agreement on how they would go about reuniting, which is a good thing though, because that would make him more of an equal, which is what he should be and which he should have always been. And the more of an equal he is, the more likely a business agreement can be reached. The rest of the guys are all very fair guys. He and JC got paid more for Celebrity because they were doing more of the writing and the producing. Justin's the only one who would try to screw other people over, which has to be so hurtful to the rest of them after what they went through with Perlman, you know? I just hate it. Has NSYNC ever performed with anyone missing from the group? They proved he's replaceable. They already did it. They did a great job at Coachella. They sounded great. They sounded better than that song. He's the one who hasn't taken care of his voice, so he's trying to like compensate with all that overproduction, and he's trying to bring the other guys down his level with all of that bullshit. Dude, and this is like being filmed on some shitty cell phone in 2019. Keep in mind, you're hearing it through shitty laptop speakers through a shitty microphone. Yeah, so just like remember everybody, and I mean NSYNC knows this, okay? Like Justin's the replaceable one here, okay? They don't need him. They don't. And I hate that I'm even thinking this way. Before Coachella happened, I was like, no, I really would never want them to reunite without him. Like, it wouldn't be the same. I'm like not okay with that. And then I saw Coachella, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe it could be an interesting thing to like bring in different guests for each song. You know, the Rolling Stones, when they tour, will bring on local musicians to be in the live band from each city, which is really cool. They could do something like that, like even like smaller acts, you know? That could be cool. I became open-minded to it for the first time. But then I'm like, okay, no, still, like, I'd rather like wait for an NSYNC reunion, a real one, when the time is right, blah, blah, blah. Well, dude, this is not it.
Stars aligned, that's why I hit you. I was like, hey, something came up. If we do this song, it's a love letter to our fans. I would be honored to have the group on this song.
Who's ready for a reunion?
I don't mind if the world spins faster. One more time. Faster. Just let me take you to a better place. I'm gonna make you kiss the sky. Super close, double that. That's it. Yes!
Oh my god, wait. This, what is that? What is that? Chris is being genuine. He really does think Justin is God's gift to the world. Chris has always said he would never reunite without Justin, but then they got Justin's blessing to do Coachella. He could have done it if he wanted. He probably just can't sing anymore, and that's why this song sounds the way it does. He stuck his tongue out. He's singing on his tongue. They look so like awkward. They're still friends. It's not them two who are awkward. It's them like reacting with discomfort to whatever is going on. And it's funny that Joey wore a shirt that says awkwardly buff on it. This looks like they're like cringing. And JC's face this whole time looks like he's like mildly amused. Like, so he sees what's going on, but he's also like normally not want to speak up, but he will just sit there and be like mildly amused, like taking note of what's going on. You don't see Lance singing once. Oh, the other thing is like, dude, why is this song so fucking high? Just screw him over. I'm being a little bit dramatic there. I don't like actually like sincerely believe he's trying to screw over Lance, but it's just like, come on, man. This isn't an NSYNC song. This is clearly not an NSYNC song. And this footage that we already looked at this footage. This is the footage presented as them listening to the final song together for the first time. And look at the faces that they're making, right? This is the best footage they had to use for this. Look at JC. JC looks very like, I've never seen anyone like bop their head the way he's, that's not how they do it. That's not how they do it in North America. Do you know what I mean? In different cultures, I know like head bopping and stuff is like done differently. Joey looks so stressed. Because, dude, they don't want the last song as NSYNC to be this song either, you know? This is not... It's not right. I feel like JC, like, can't even, like, show his eyes because he needs to, like, hide his face from everybody. My point is, like, I feel like Lance and Joey are going to orchestrate the fans in the correct way to make an NSYNC album and reunion tour happen the way that it should play out. Do you know what else, dude? Something else you should maybe know if you're like new to all this bullshit is oh, who's that singing Michael's part? Who is that? Whoa, still Chris? Dude, what? What? Do you hear how low Justin's voice is? And Chris is taking the high parts? Is that why he went solo? So he could impersonate Michael Jackson when in NSYNC, that was not what he was ever gonna do. Because do you know whose part he's singing here? It's one of the guys who is lower. Jermaine. Why does this song sound like this? What the fuck? Why is that Justin's voice? Why is this about to be Chris's voice? Dude, what the fuck? This is... This is not, NSYNC didn't wait 23 years to make this song, okay? And thank God that we know from analyzing this video that Lance and Joey and arguably JC are well aware of this. Objectively, everyone in the fucking world knows this is not what NSYNC sounds like, and this should not be the first song / only song that they do. Dude, you want to hear something else funny? This is the song that they will tell you is their least favorite.
Songs that you did, what's the least favorite?
Riddle.
Does this sound like an NSYNC song, or does this sound like Better Place? Dude, how is this song still more like tolerable? Just ridiculous.
They loved it in Germany. Wow.